Hello, this is Pete, or Kenshin1913, along with
Mom.
And this is another Cooking with Kenshin1913. What are we making today?
Today we have been asked by some of our viewers what else we can do with crescent rolls because we made the hot antipasto. So we're going to show you a few additional recipes.
Yeah, like pigs in a blanket.
And then some kind of sweet
and savory things.
Yes.
So let's get going.
Okay, what we're using are crescent rolls. Crescent rolls now also, not only do they come in a crescent roll form, but they come as a sheet of crescents, which is, we like using these because they're nice and flaky.
Right.
So I've opened one.
Yeah, so the other ingredients that we're going to be using, first we're going to do pigs in a blanket, and what you need are hot dogs. Now,
what we
find is these mini hot dogs are probably the best to use for pigs in a blanket.
Or you can use regular hot dogs. You just have to kind of cut them up into little stumps. And you would always want to use the hot dogs that are not frozen, because if you use them frozen, it makes the dough really mushy because all the water inside the hot dog.
Right.
One of the other things that we're using, and you can use whatever you like, we're using some ham. This happens to be an Italian ham. They call it Pruzzatine. It has pepper around the outside, and it's a little more tasty because of that than regular boiled ham, but you can use anything that you like. We're going to be putting some cheddar cheese. We have turkey, and again, any kind of turkey. We have provolone cheese. You could use pepperoni, you could use salami, anything that you desire. For the sweet ones, we're going to be using some cream cheese, and we're going to be using these in different combinations. Some hazelnut spread, strawberry jelly, but you could use any flavor that you choose, or you can mix up the flavors and do some one flavor and some another, and peanut butter. So we're unrolling our dough.
Right, and one quick note, don't mind the little bit of noise in the background. I'm dehydrating some beef jerky. So yeah, and eventually I'll make an episode of that. But anyway, so yeah, go ahead, sorry.
So we have here our dough, and what I'm going to do is, for the pigs in the blanket, you can actually get quite a few pigs rolled up, in just one of the triangles.
Right. So yeah, you're just gonna kind of cut them. Probably, I like to do 4 too, maybe even 5. But yeah, this is fairly easy. Pigs in a blanket. Now, of course, you can do a lot of things with pigs in a blanket. Sometimes we use regular rolls and like whole hot dogs, and then I like to call it like a what the hell? I forget what I call it. Something like a weenie or something in a
blanket.
In a tent or a sleeping bag or something like that. But people I know actually like put like a little bit of like mustard or whatever on the bottom, and then wrap it up. It's pretty good. And you can use any hot dogs you want, but we find the little ones to be the best. So it's fairly easy.
But again, you can because sometimes these can be a little bit more expensive than just buying regular hot dogs.
Yes, that's right.
So you can cut. Your dog is about this big. You probably get 3 or 4 pieces of your dog in there.
And I'm trying to think if there's anything else really about pigs in a blanket. Is just super simple, and it's a food that we usually eat as an hors d'oeuvre or some sort of holiday, New Year's Eve.
Yeah, we always have it at New Year's Eve.
Yeah. So you can use any hot dog you want.
And what you usually do is put it seam down.
Right.
It's because they will puff, and you don't want them to open up.
Right. So we're just going to finish that, or we're going to continue with this, and then throw it in an oven at 350 degrees. It should take about 10 to 12 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes really. And yeah, we'll be right. Well, we'll continue with the other stuff.
Okay, so we made a few more of the pigs in a blanket.
Yeah, I mean, we could go all out, but
we could, you know, you could do them all.
Right.
So the next thing is I'm going to do a ham one.
Right.
So I'm taking one slice of the ham. I'm going to use provolone on this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to roll it.
These things are terrific. They're like little hors d'oeuvres. They're wonderful. And one of the tricks my mom does.
I kind of like folded it over a little bit so that it almost forms somewhat of a little pocket.
Yeah, because the thing about that is, you know, obviously cheese, it'll melt, and pretty much you will you'll have spillage, and you don't want spillage. So as you can see, my mom puts on the long side, gets a piece of cheese, and wraps. And you can do this with the turkey.
And these are fun things too if you have kids around.
Right.
You know, they like to help, and they can roll it or make the kind of little hors d'oeuvre that they want.
Right. Use the turkey next. They're like perfect pocket. Seriously, this is like a great hors d'oeuvre type thing. These are like pretty much. We should just call this episode hors d'oeuvres, Crescent Roll hors d'oeuvres or something. So yeah, you take a piece of turkey.
Now I had, the last time that we did this, I actually purchased at the deli counter sliced cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
And that worked out really, really well. Tonight I'm just using some shredded cheddar, and you can use white, yellow, whatever you'd like. As I mentioned earlier, you can make this anything that you personally like or your guest like. And so we're rolling that up. Remember, I'm taking this and I'm kind of pinching it in.
There you go. Those are our savory ones. Now we'll make a few sweet ones too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish up this and then we'll open a new can.
One thing to remember is that with these, we're gonna, once again, I forgot to mention, you're gonna throw these in a 350-degree oven for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, so we put our savory ones in the oven to cook. Now we're gonna do our sweet ones or dessert ones. And as I mentioned, I'm going to just do different combinations. We found that the cream cheese in the jelly one is absolutely delicious. Right. So you're just going to take, you know, maybe that's a half a teaspoon or so. And just spread it a little bit. You don't want to put too much, because what will happen is as this is baking, it's of course going to melt a little bit and spread out. Right.
Yeah, and the reason why, to be honest, we tested this quite a bit. The reason why we put cream cheese with the jelly is because the cream cheese is sort of like a base, and
again, I kind of tuck these in to make it almost like a little pocket. Right,
and it kind of keeps the jelly staying in instead of flying out.
Yeah, and you will get some spillage over, but that's okay. It's fun to scrape it off.
And yeah, you definitely what is it? You definitely want to use like a parchment paper or something, non-stick, so that you know it'll be easier to clean up. So of course, classic peanut butter. You putting anything else on there?
And jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly, classic. One flavor that I actually enjoy quite a bit is peanut butter and Nutella and cream cheese. That ended up being an interesting combination.
You wouldn't think that would have been good, but it really was.
Yeah, it was really good. When we were making these a couple weeks ago, I was like, wow, let's try some peanut butter and cream cheese. Wow. Or Nutella and cream cheese, and man, oh man, was that good. So yeah, with jelly, you just need something there to be the base. Make sure that it doesn't.
And remember, I'm kind of folding these in so that the ends, and you could pinch them up a little bit, to kind of make a pocket. Right. And you know, if you get this the dough that's actually just a square, and you can cut it. Right. You can cut them in small squares and almost make it like a little hot, not a hot pocket, but what do you call those little pockets? A wonton pocket.
So let's do some Nutella and cream cheese, or whatever. Nutella and peanut butter would be very
Yeah,
good.
we're gonna do a little peanut butter on this, and then we'll do one with cream cheese.
And then we'll throw these in the oven once again at 350 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes. But yeah, so yeah, someone was talking about what else we do with Crescent Rolls. This is really good. Some, you know, obviously you can just make them regularly, but there's always different ideas that you can do, and this was one of them. You know, my sister, she puts like she takes cinnamon and sugar and she taps that on and puts that
And
in
rolls
the oven.
them up, yeah.
Right, and they're like little
Cinnamon buns.
little cinnamon sweet rolls.
You could put fresh, you know, thinly sliced apples in
Right.
it and roll it, so you make your own little pastry.
Yeah, so there's a lot that you can do. Do you want to put cream cheese first? No? Alright. So yeah, we're just putting a little Nutella and some cream cheese. And just spread that out. There you go. So yeah, once again, put them in the oven. Put them seam side down or no?
I put the little part down.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, put this in a 350 degree oven for 10 to 15 minutes. And then we'll be back with the finished products. Savory, sweet, and pigs in a blanket. Alright, so here's our pigs in a blanket.
And the savory.
And the
Little
savory.
pockets.
As you can see, here's the color. It should be brown, golden brown. And these are the savory pockets. Once again, golden brown. And then you have...
And these are the sweet ones.
Yeah. So I'm going to take a bite of the pig in a blanket because pigs in a blanket are delicious. Of course, you can use ketchup or whatever kind of
Mustard.
dip or whatever you want. Perfect. Now I'm going to rip this in half here. This is the ham and cheese one. And as you can see, yum. I'm going to take a piece with the ham. And there's cheese in it too, but that's good. It's damn good. So let's do the sweet.
Now, one of the things that you have to do is you got to do a little knob on top or something so you can depict which one is which, so you don't have to cut them all. These are great for a breakfast as well.
Right. These are perfect hors d'oeuvres, like for brunch. So this is peanut butter and Nutella. Look at that. Look at the inside on that. Peanut butter and chocolate. That's so good. Wow. And then you get like this nice flaky crust. That's delicious. And I'm gonna test one more because
I think this is the cream cheese. I'm not sure.
whatever. I think that's
Just cut them.
yeah, whatever. I just want to show you guys the insides of it.
No.
Alright, so this is chocolate and Nutella. And this is very good.
No, this is cream cheese and Nutella.
Oh yeah. Cream cheese and Nutella, sorry. Delicious. That's the underdog one right there. So that has been our Crescent Roll episode. Starring pigs in a blanket and our Crescent Rolls. I've been Pete, or Kenshin1913, along with
Mom,
this has been another Cooking with Kenshin1913.
enjoy and happy eating.